How you doing out there, Laurel Cove?
I used to be brash, I used to be bold. I lived off a rhythm and road. I burnt every bridge, swindled and stole. I sold all stake in my soul. I went down to the creek to roll away storms. The water kept baking my bones, and I started to sink, too late to atone, drowning in the sins that I sown. Used to have plenty, the devil within me convinced me wrong. When the hill country ends, skies turn empty, no God could defend me from the evil I've known. I try to pretend redemption's in reach. I'd like to believe forgiveness suits me well. Maybe in grave I'll finally find peace, an acre in heaven or a kingdom in hell. Thank y'all again for spending the day with us here in Laurel Cove, supporting this awesome festival. It's an honor to be here. Here she comes, walking in walls, talking in tongues, got the boys in line. And yes, I'm drunk, but the pill in my pocket's gonna right last night. Heaven is here on the Mexican side. Not for the world with her fine. We've got a river and a wall behind us. What the con came from, he doesn't mean much now. Well, she dug my grave. Well, I can barely spell her name.
Thank you.
Well, I don't wanna try that. I don't wanna play that part. People start to wonder if you live here now. And the cops in the corner are trying to figure you out. I don't wanna play that. Show my teeth. She's gonna know I'm weak. I don't wanna right that wrong. I don't wanna write that song. And people start to wonder where the hell you've been. How about the weather, baby? I wish we were snowed in, like kind of forever, baby. I wish this wall of snow would cave in. You and I were trapped in time like a woolly mammoth, baby, like kind of forever, baby. We'll call a tenor rod, blood runs cold. The air is thinner now, the field day's over. Friends are getting few, and the beast gets bolder. I think I might just let it in, 'cause darling, we snowed in. How about the weather, baby? I wish we were snowed in, like kind of forever, baby. I wish this wall of snow would cave in. You and I were trapped in time like a woolly mammoth, baby, like kind of forever, baby. For the next 5 months, there were things I used to care about once, though I don't quite remember when. But maybe years, someone will find us closing. We thought I had a chance again, but maybe another life would be hand in hand in sunshine. But until then, darling, we snowed in. How about the weather, baby? I wish we were snowed in, like kind of forever, baby. I wish this wall of snow would cave in. You and I were trapped in time like a woolly mammoth, baby, like kind of forever, baby.
How we doing out there in Laurel Cove?
Hey, little brother, won't you meet me down by the docks? I found trouble and I think it's about time we talk. trash talk. I know it's only trash talk. But I know how I know. I sure need to see you. Turn to ashes, I don't feel playing with matches. Now mama's crying as the first phone passes, dying and showing way out. Why is grief so entertaining? Social food, it's all contagious. When nothing's new, wow, it's changing, dying and showing way out. I know it's only trash talk. I know it's only trash talk. But I know how I know. I sure need to see you. I know it's only trash talk. I know it's only trash talk. Well, I know how I sure need to see you. High on the mountain, the wind blows through the pines, crying, where, oh, where's that gal of mine? And down in the valley, the light of a midnight train slowly melts away in a cold, cold rain. It rises in the dark and traps its lonesome hands around my heart. Well, it does its best to drown me. I can feel it pull me down till I'm so lost in you I can't be found.
Thank y'all again, Laurel Cove with the Droptines. Just in case you're interested, we're selling some merch up on top of the hill. We got some new stuff in. So there's that. Thank y'all so much for having us.
Light a fire, keep it strong, turn the deadbolt while I'm gone. There's a storm rolling in, can't you feel it in the wind? I can see your river rise, like a pagan I cry. Call the cattle home and pray for daylight. Inside a lover's name, no, I know my share of blame. When a woman's left too long, she's bound to ramble. I'd forgive the same temptation and the runs to my pride, but she'd make the devil grin with what you do in moonlight. Oh, it's raining where you are. Watch the rain fall on the ground. Watch this shithole town drown and cleanse the canyon. Why you deal in my damnation and profit off shame? Oh, your Savior's on my side as he floods the great divide. Oh, it's raining where you are. Ladies and gentlemen, on lead guitar all the way from Donegal, Ireland is Donica Parkinson. Behind him on steel, the Mexican werewolf from Fairview, Oklahoma, Antonio Rincon. Behind me on drums, the Barefoot Bandit, the Raging Cajun from Prairieville, Louisiana is Johnny Sheets. To my left, the card carrier in Choctaw from Marietta, Oklahoma is Dylan Sampson. My name is Kenneth Connor Arthur. I'm from a small town in Texas called Uvalde. We're the Droptines. Thank y'all so much, Laurel Cove, for having us. dearest answer, lover's name. No, I know my share of pain. When a woman's left too long, she's bound to ramble. I forgive the sin temptation and the ones to my pride, but you make the devil grin with what you do and do again. Oh, it's raining where you are. But when I play, you stay no, it's raining where you are. But when I play, you stay
We got a new single coming out late July. I don't know exactly when, but just keep your eyes peeled. It's called Take Too Much.
I met a girl and it's too soon to talk about it. Johnny, don't ask why. She's coming over, I hardly know her. It seems too easy, but I don't mind. Said girl had her attention, asked if I was home. I can't lie to me. Started kissing when she started twitching, foaming at the mouth, and I don't know why. Brother, please remind me of the time we didn't ever think about dying so young. Now the reason and the excuses to everyone is there to take too much. Brother, please bring bleach and holy water. I need you now. Another hole I dug my way down. I'll keep digging to find my way out. Brother, please remind me of the time we didn't ever think about dying so young. Now the reason and the excuses to everyone is here to take too much. I met a girl and it's too soon to talk about it. Johnny, don't ask why. Well, now nothing gets me harder than a crazy bitch with a pistol, eating meds by the fistful.
Who shot at who? What are you saying? I can play it? Okay.
Well, now nothing gets me harder than a crazy bitch with a pistol, eating meds by the fistful and cursing at daddy's name. I think I found a new girl. She's younger than you ever were. She can kick your ass if you fuck with her. No, she's good in bed and she calls me sir. Well, I found a new girl.
Let's get ready, Laurel Cove. Thank y'all so much, Laurel Cove. Y'all got a lot of good music coming up. Thank y'all.